A phoneme is a unit of sound in speech. A phoneme doesn't have any inherent meaning by itself, but when you put phonemes together, they can make words. Think of when adults try to get a baby to say his or her first word. They often coax him or her to sound out the beginning of a word by repeating that sound, or phoneme, over and over by saying something like m, for mommy. The m sound, often written as /m/ is an example of a phoneme. You can segment or break apart any word to recognize the sounds or phonemes in that word. In order to figure out how many phonemes a word has, it's best to say the word out loud, to focus on the sounds that make up the word, rather than looking at the letters on paper. For example, if you say the word sun, you will hear that there are 3 sound units or phonemes in that word: s, n. Look at the image and notice how the man is able to segment the word table into its phonemes with the consonant t, the vowel a, and the consonant blend bl. Consonant blends are 2 consonants, such as the letters b and l, put together to create a sound or phoneme where each sound is pronounced in the blend. There are about 40 phonemes or sound units in English, thanks to the many ways that the 26 letters of the alphabet can be used and arranged. For instance, the phoneme or sound F can be spelled using the letters F, FF, or PH. Reading teachers must be able to easily segment and count phonemes in order to help children connect letters to phonemes through phonics, which is a teaching method used to help people learn to read and pronounce words by recognizing the sounds that letters and letter groups make. Counting phonemes can actually be challenging in English because there are so many ways to make different sounds. For example, the word match has 5 letters but only 3 phonemes: M, A, C, H. The T in match is silent, and the ch is a consonant digraph, where 2 letters together make a distinct sound. When someone is learning English, such as a native Spanish speaker, miscommunication can occur if phonemes aren't used correctly. For example, if a native Spanish speaker is speaking in English to a native English speaker and he says, "I went on a sheep across the ocean," the native English speaker might be very confused. But what the native Spanish speaker really meant was that he traveled on a ship, not a sheep. In Spanish, the letter I always uses the phoneme or speech sound E. So the way the native Spanish speaker pronounced the word sounded correct to him, even though sheep is very different from ship in English. Therefore, it's important to understand the value of phonemes and how they can drastically alter a word's meaning, simply by changing one little sound within a word. Phonemes are little sound units that, when put together, create our words. Phoneme segmentation is the process of breaking apart the different sounds that make up a word. Although the English language only has 26 letters, there are approximately 40 sounds that those letters make, when arranged differently to make up all the words in English. The way that people pronounce certain phonemes can vary based on where they live and whether English is their native language. Everyone has an accent, so that affects how phonemes are used. If phonemes aren't used correctly, however, entire words can be changed, such as from ship to sheep. Every time we speak, we use hundreds of phonemes without even thinking about them. But when we're teaching someone English, whether it's a baby or an adult, phonemes become very important. If we learn another language, we also must recognize the power of these tiny sounds, because phonemes help create our verbal communication in any language.